We out here on this virtual cruise ship tonight, sailing the parts unknown. Come on in, come on in, come on in. And before the first one get in here, I got something I need to say. This is a bathing suit up under there. So don't be trying to come in here telling me my bra straps are showing, because they ain't, okay? I already got one in on y'all before y'all ever got in here. That's all right. You can catch it on the replay. Circle the block. Ah, what's shaking? What's shaking? It's gonna be some questions asked tonight. I'm just waiting till y'all get on up in here. Look at here. We got some rules tonight. You know, we have to have rules sometimes up here on the ship. First rule is okay, hold on. First rule, I need to get me something to drink. That's the first rule. Hold on. Yeah. So I went to see my little boys over at the Checkers to tell them goodbye. The ones that had me to come over and meet Slim Thug and video over there that day. Well, I'm moving out the area and I won't be seeing them because I'm not coming back over here on this side just for gas when gas is right down the street. And I wasn't really that fond of Checkers, but by them working in there, I'd always get something to drink or something. Okay? So, this is what happened when I went up in there. He was telling me, he said, I'm getting ready to become a YouTuber, Ms.V. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah. And so then he told me what he was going to start doing. And I was like, you can do that. You can get out of this Checkers. If you do that on YouTube, you are on your way. And so we said our little goodbyes and everything. I came on home and I said, shoot, I don't have time to be going in there. So I just threw a dress over the top of the swimsuit, okay? Because that's where I'm headed. I ain't got, y'all trying to make me change clothes so many times a day fooling with y'all. I got to be me, okay? You living my life, okay? And I ain't trying to live nobody else's. I'm living mine. Somebody say, what? Hello, Ms.V. and everyone in the chat. I pray you have a smooth, what? Move. Where's Lil Gator? Lil Gator. Y'all wanted to see Lil Gator because Lil Gator be gone after tonight. Lil Gator have to grow up this weekend, y'all. Lil Gator is going to have to grow up and become a big boy this weekend. Because Lil Gator is going to have to stay over there at the new place by himself. So he going to have to grow up overnight. Yep, and become a big boy where he can stay over there at that place instead of going back and forth and back and forth. You going to grow up, buddy. That's what Lil Gator get. He throwing away the pacifier, the bottles and all that. He got to get grown now. Just like the soap operas, where you see them as babies one day and they be grown in there. That's Lil Gator. That's it. That's all. Let me go up. I don't know who's in the house. I've just been running my mouth ever since I came through the front door and hit that doorbell. I've been running it, okay? Did y'all hit the doorbell or y'all just came on in tonight? You know, this is Showtime. You must do it at Showtime. We are here tonight to answer or try to answer the tough, hard questions. Now, I got the questions written down. I started this morning. And I got on up and I did what I had to do throughout the day packing, okay? I got this space right here. That's all I got. But tonight is the last night here. So it's like I'm in heaven, okay? Yes, indeed. And I guarantee you I have everything done. And it's going to be smooth sailing. But thank you. So let me just see who else is up in here. And then we'll get to the tough, hard questions. Look at here. Niecy Pooh up in here right now. Hey, Yo-Yo. How you doing, sweetie? Sharon Ross is here. Look at Tea Time up in the house. Welcome, welcome, Tea Time with Chrissy in the house tonight. Okay, and Brother Rose, girl, I thank you. Chrissy, let's stop right there. I'm glad you're in the building. So, do you remember the night I went on Shonda Thoughts Live? And the first time Roz came after me was on that live in person, where we could see each other. Everything else was just her spewing hate and jealousy and envy. But that night, I had this dress on that I have on today. Yeah, when I went up on that panel, I haven't had this dress on in 2 years. And this was the dress I had on that night when I stepped up on that panel. And when I looked to put something on today, I thought about it and I was like, man, you haven't worn that dress since that night. And here it is. And here you are. Isn't that amazing? Yes. Hey, Devetta. Angel is in the building. Hey, Betty Heron, how you doing? Myra is here. Catherine Lives in Pieces is here. Um, don't do me. Look who in the building tonight. Where you been? It's been 100 years. I thought you had just forgot about me. But I see you didn't forget. You just had other places to go and other things to do. What's up, Kim? Lord have mercy. Um, it's a Cancer thing is up in here with the hearts and the roses. Who else is up in here? Live, laugh, and love. I have to take those real slow. Live, laugh, love. That's a tongue twister for a Southern girl with a deep accent. That is. You have no clue. Um, Y'all are still speaking. I want to try to speak to everybody. Happy birthday, don't do me. All right then. Happy birthday, don't do me. Girl, you didn't tell me nothing about that. That's why see that's what I'm saying. You gotta have other people to stand in the gap for you because if Chrissy wasn't over here, I wouldn't have known that. Okay? Well, happy birthday. Y'all tell happy birthday to Don't Do Me. Yeah. Don't do me. If you want to put up your cash app, you can. Anybody who want to donate to you, they can. I don't have a problem with it. Happy birthday to you. Don't do me. Okay. Let's see. Vonda is in the building tonight. So we just found out we got a birthday over here. Don't do me. I didn't know this was going to be a birthday party too, but I guess you got to be able to multitask when you got a challenging group of ladies and men like I have. You got to be able to accommodate. Make hey, holistic, how you doing? T-Time said, "Yep, she remembered. Yep, I had this dress on. I didn't have the jewelry on that I have on with it, but I remember I had the dress on. Yeah. But anyway, y'all, let's get down to these tough, hard questions here tonight. And I'm gonna need some participation from the audience here. I need y'all's help with these questions. Because maybe if we could get these questions solved, then the root cause of what the problem is out here on these YouTube streets would be solved. Are y'all following me? Where I worked for 20 years, it was do it right the first time. The other thing was working with what you have. If a piece of equipment fell apart, but the unit was waiting for their samples, find something, an alternative, and get the job done. Get the right results to the people. You're sitting on a time bomb out here. Yeah, I worked on a time bomb for 20 years with oil and gas, plastic. So if you were careless in that job, you could blow up a couple of cities. You following me? It had happened before. Texas City explosion back in the 40s. So I'm saying all this to say that we have so many things that we really, really, really need to be concentrating on right now because we at the change of, this is not the change of the century, but this is more like a change of the times. And I see people getting left back way back, because what they're concentrating on and what they're actually doing with their life when they present it out here on YouTube, it's not beneficial at all. You making a couple of dollars, but you're not attracting the mass audience of people out there. So you're always going to be stuck right where you are or declining, one or the other. You can't go up from there. It's not business. There's no way. So if I tend to want to come out here and be an advocate that all YouTubers can get along if they just stay on that channel and mind their business and do that content, it's very possible. And I'm seeing a big difference. And I was so glad today that I was able to go over to Blossom's channel, because I had supported her ever since she's been out here. I knew when Blossom came out here, she was going to have a tough road to hoe on YouTube because of her prior experiences and her background. I didn't lie. Roz came for her. Exposed everything. Yeah, she did. Most of the exposure of things that were exposed were personal and should have never been exposed from the beginning. It was nobody's business. It was not even YouTube's business. We were not required to come out here and do that. That's not in a YouTube contract. That's a choice that you made, and you're going to have to live with that choice now, because it wasn't a wise decision to do what you did, because YouTube is not headed in that direction. That we're not trying to go back in the day when we were little children. We stood on a street corner and we talked about each other and we fought. Okay, I never was a part of that part of the community that did that. So if I wasn't a part of it then, I'm not going to be a part of it now. Okay, because if I ever know better, I know better now. So it's kind of sad that everything that possibly could have been done and said to help you, Rosalind Knight, you haven't gotten it. When you took those 3 days off, you should have really, really concentrated on your health, your life, where you're going, how you're going to get there. Because you're not going to, the road you are on is too narrow. Ain't no pass. You like a nightclub owner. They usually last about 5 years. They out of business. They coming out running it the same way, looking the same way for 5 whole years. That's going to get boring to a drunk. I'm just trying to be real with y'all now. Shoot. Okay? So let me get to these tough questions here. We've been in here for about 13 minutes. I think I spoke the most who come in. If not, I get back. Just hold your horses. Hold your horses. Okay. So the first question I have, a tough question, is what is your platform all about? If I'm a person sitting on the outside looking in and I'm looking at your channel, what, for the first time, what is this all about? So I'm saying to myself, you don't even, I don't want to come back no more, because you're not giving me a reason to come back and listen to nothing. I'm a first time person. You didn't say nothing I want to hear. I heard a bunch of cussing. I heard you talking about another content creator, and more cussing. And then the infamous weekend happened around Father's Day weekend with the child calling his mother. I've seen nothing I want to be a part of, to be over there trying to allow you to touch me with a 10-foot pole. So I came up with some tough questions for you. And if you come out them bushes, because you're already over there using everything I say, you turn it around and make it good for you. I hear you. But at least you're listening. Okay? So if you don't know who you are, first of all, how you gonna run a platform? You run it just like you do it. You allow your audience to control your platform instead of getting out here doing like me, running my own platform and interacting with them. They're not running my platform of what I want to say and what message I want to bring. I am the content creator. That's what you don't get over there. And that's why your it's actually you should blame your subscribers because the ones who are participating in you saying what you saying, you should blame them. Now, you got to take some of the credit too, because you can't put all the blame on them because you should have been smart enough to read that comment and know if you wanted to say it publicly or not. You say anything. You don't care what the world hear come out of your mouth. Doesn't matter. Am I right or am I wrong? Um, I still can't understand why. I got a lot of whys here tonight. Why do you go from channel to channel tearing down children? That right there in itself is enough for me to sign any paper for you to go. Go. Leave those children alone and let them be great for the last time. Those kids, you ain't got nothing to do with them. Lady, you are pushing yourself into a corner. You're not going to be able to get out. You don't have a clue what you saying or doing. All of it is going to be used against you. You so used to coming out here on YouTube just saying anything you want to. Those days are over. Nobody's putting up with that anymore. Nobody's putting up with you anymore. People are on their platforms, in case you had noticed, doing all kind of content of their own. When I was over there with Blossom this afternoon, I wanted to go up on the panel with her, and luckily it worked because I knew the family that she was talking about. She was talking about the challenge and when it blew up, and I just happened to come through that era, 1986. I was a young woman in my 30s. So it was a wonderful, I don't know if I was 30. Yeah, 30 or 40. I don't remember. One of them. But anyway, I can remember everything that was going on around that time. And I told my little story over there on her page. And I thank her for allowing me to come up. And his wife and I had taken a trip together up to Branson, Missouri. And went all through Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and Hot Springs, and did all the baths and all that stuff. So she just brought back about a lot of memories. And that's the kind of way I really want my channel to run, relax, comfortable, where you can go to anybody's channel because Ms.V is not bothering with anybody. She's over here with her own content and with her own people who came in to listen to her tonight. I'm sick of the bickering out here because nobody knows anybody to be bickering. And at some point, you got to let it rest. So call a truce tonight and let it be over. Whatever it was, whoever said, it don't matter. Let it be over. People will not living in those times where we have time to be out here tearing each other down. We just don't have that kind of time. It's too much going on in the world right around us, and y'all are oblivious to what is going on. The world is changing. Everything about it is changing. We're entering into a new era. Young, old, in between, whatever. That we have never seen stuff that we're getting ready to see. We are not prepared for any of it. Because we don't know all of what is to come, but you see it changing every day. They can get out here and put out synthetic meat for you to eat and get the USDA to approve it. While we worrying about the submarine on the bottom of the sea, this is what was happening. Y'all are not keeping up with world events. And I think you better start looking at them. Because you may not have the time you think you have. Yeah. A lot of people have lost their lives in the last 2 years. Let's think back. to before the pandemic and how full the graveyards got. So I just don't want to be one of those people caught out here slipping at the ninth hour. And my whole life would have been lived in vain. No matter what good I did on this side, it don't matter. What good, what bad it does not matter. So why are we over here discussing that every day? I thought that was such a great topic for them to be discussing. It was seasoned women that she had in her chat over there, and it's just a pleasant chat to be on. There are panels that I would never go on. It's y'all are doing too much. I don't want to be represented like that. That's not me. That's not who I am. Doesn't mean that you can't do it. I'm just not participating in it. That's what that means. Yeah. I like people to have a good understanding. Uh-huh. Why do you have to come out here and just drag content creators from day to day? Every time your name is mentioned, you have to come out and say something. Because in your mind, you are chin checking a hoe. That is your words, not mine. Okay? But I don't know any other 50-year-old women in life or on YouTube that have to do that. That's not normal. Very abnormal. And I think you really need to look at your behavior first. Before you can blueprint anybody, you have to look at your own behavior and figure out why nobody really likes you over here on this side. Have you ever stopped to think about that? We're all bad. True enough. You've told us time and time again. But why is it that we're so bad that we all see you the same way? A troublemaker, a person that can't mind their business, a person that will get out here and represent herself as a black content creator and talk about and down her whole content is down on another black content creator. Did I make it make sense? 2 years ago, I said, make it make sense. 2 years later, I'm saying, let me make it make sense to you, since you didn't seem to get the memo. This YouTube is not going in your direction, darling. We're not a black people that are going to be taken backwards by you. We looking forward, looking straight ahead. Because ain't nothing we can do back there with what's already behind us. Nothing. It is what it is. That's your life. That was your life journey. Let it be. Keep moving. You don't have time to be looking back and worrying about her coming out here saying anything. Because anything she say, it does not matter. At this point, we've seen her life. She's lived her life out here for the last 2 years, and we have seen and heard it all. And everything that I personally have seen and heard is her just tear up somebody. That's it. For as long as she had an audience that was pumping her, that's what she did. So now it's just time to answer some questions. We all have many, many questions. I went over there on Justice's page yesterday. I was in the bushes, and she had a lot of questions. Like a detective. When that time comes for you, you're going to be dealing with a detective, okay? And in real life, they can ask you the tough, hard questions, confuse you, walk out the room, go get a snack, come back in. You done forgot the lie that you told. And you come back and tell a second one. Boom, there it is. You couldn't pass one because you can never tell the truth. You never, ever tell the truth. And then when you come back to clean things up and correct them, you come back out as if, oh yeah, I have kidney problems. Y'all know I have kidney problems. No, you never told us. We told you. Then you came and told us. So how you do things. You have a lot of street sense about you but it's not intelligent street sense. It's the kind of street sense that'll get you murdered. Seriously. Living in a big city like this, people don't have time for that, Roz. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. It's a different type of living. We don't live like that here. We don't have time to be in each other's business here. It's too much to do. The drives are always so long to even get to where you're trying to go. You spend a lot of time in traffic. If I'm sitting out in traffic and I'm listening to a content creator, I do not want to hear from you. I'm in traffic. I need something calming. I need something that's going to educate me, inspire me, motivate me. It wouldn't be you. No, ma'am. So I'm not the only person that feels this way. You're going to see. Mm-hmm. Because I'm making it make sense for those of them who are just stuck over there like stupid. Okay? How have you benefited from any of her content since she's been out here? How have you benefited? Who benefited off of her content? Was it you or was it her? Yeah. I'm giving you the tough, hard questions. Did you not open your eyes and look at the Christmas scam and see the same thing that I saw? But how could you be in denial? How could you throw that up under the rug and go over there and dig into somebody else's life? You're supporting that. You're not supporting Treese. So what you are saying over there does not hurt her. Because you're not a subscriber. You're not the only thing you could do is go over there and watch her and give her a view. And I'm sure she appreciates that. But you're not her support. She doesn't depend or even want to get to know you. That's how childish y'all are over there. You don't see things from a grown woman's point of view. You see things from a childish perspective. Very immature. Very. And you're so far behind the times. Roz, grown people haven't played cops and robbers since little kids. I never played with any kids, thank God, that wanted to be a thug. Whether they turned out to be a thug or not, we never had nobody who wanted to play a thug. We had no thugs in the community. We had a couple of alcoholics, but they were functioning alcoholics. They can get up and go to work. And that's how they killed that pastime, drinking. Okay? Over at the two little juke houses that were over there. But they ain't bothered nobody. They just got drunk and passed out. So it was what it was. Mind your business. Ain't you over there passed out? They ain't dying. He'll sober up after a while. You'll be all right. Move on about your business. Yeah. That's the way we looked at life. We learned to mind our business. And I see the community you grew up in, you didn't learn that. Because you wouldn't be out here in everybody's business if you had learned to mind your own. Early. It's not too late though. You can be taught one way or the other. Yeah. He can teach you, or the legal system can teach you. That's the only two places you can go at this point. But all the things you've done and said, I don't care if you screw up your page and threw it up under the rug and brought it out 10 years later and put it in the trash. It's out there now. Mm-hmm. You've harassed a young man for a whole year. You don't have no whys. He doing his thing. He trying to graduate. He ain't thinking about you, but you thinking about him. 50-year-old did this at a kid's college where he will be attending. Has already made a year there. His last year in high school. But none of her kids has done this, but she tearing him down. Why? To get back at his mother. See how childish you are? Ghetto, thuggish. Who would want to be around it? I gotta always outthink you when I'm around you. Cause you always up to something no good. Nothing. You're not gonna benefit me. Being around you would not benefit me at all. It would benefit you. But it would definitely not benefit me. I might lose some benefits bringing you around me. That's why it's no way. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. You can't run in my circles. Mm-mm. I wouldn't even, I would not even put you through that. It would be too much for you. It would. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's get on down to what I had going on here again. Okay. A man is dead behind bullying, but you brought bullying to the streets. By telling some of the biggest lies on people that's ever been told on a person. Let me just drag you for no reason because I can get a fight started with you and I can run up my views. But the only thing I can think to say about you is you reading your comments. And I'm reading mine too, but they laughing at your comments and they ain't laughing at mine. I think I heard that on Tea Time with Chrissy when I was over there with her. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You just constantly picked and meddled is what you did. Mm-hmm. And you would always have to bring it up in your conversation about her jawbones. And you had everybody over there talking about the same thing. They're not as vocal as they used to be. And a lot of them you don't see in your chat anymore. Ask yourself why. They changed their mind. People can't change their mind. There was a person out here I used to support. I don't support and haven't in a long time. Gator. Uh-huh. Because I have that right as a subscriber to subscribe or not to subscribe at any time I want to. Because you're not supporting me, I'm supporting you. When I'm putting my money out here on the line for a supporter, I'm supporting you. And I still look at myself a lot of time as a subscriber versus a content creator. This is all new. I haven't been out here that long, a couple of months. So I just know I'm not going to live out here on YouTube with the foolery that she's got going on over there. I'm not going to do it. I love coming out here talking to y'all. I really enjoy it. And I look forward to being back on schedule and being back at the right time. But I'm tired also, I guess, of getting on YouTube to watch some YouTube and one of your co-workers that you don't have a problem with and y'all get along really well is being bashed. That bothers me. Now, I don't know about nobody else. I can only speak for me because I know how people felt when True Story came from me. Miss America was the first one to jump out there on the line again and let me know. And then Chrissy came, and I mean Tea Time with Chrissy, and then it was believe it or not, one man band. And I can't remember who else, Shonda, Diva, Legend. I mean, they all just stood up to the plate. They knew we were all out here together, even though I was not a content creator. I was out here with them. So we kind of knew each other from back then. But I see no reason other than Callie is the problem out here why we all can't feel like I felt when I went on Blossom's panel this afternoon. I don't know who she rocking with. I don't know if she rock with Roz or she rock with Teresa. She don't rock with nobody but herself. I don't know. I supported her page, but never even went over there. I had a member's badge over there. And today was the day, the first day that I really got the opportunity to go over there and talk to her. And I think that's the way it should be. How will we ever get a chance to really know each other if we don't communicate with each other? Huh? Has anybody ever stopped to think about that? Ain't nobody got to get all personal and all down right into your business and stuff like that. And you don't need to tell them that. Keep it with YouTube. Your life on YouTube. Keep your personal life, your real life out of it. I feel like it ain't nobody out here I can't sit down and have a lunch with, a dinner with, or whatever, just like I'm talking to you right now. We don't have to talk about your personal business. That makes the worst friendship you could ever have is to do something like that and betray a person who they confided in you and you didn't take it to the grave with you. Not only are they not trusting of you, they will convince others not to be trusting of you also. There's always going to be somebody that's going to agree with the bottom person, the lowest person on the totem pole. You're going to always have some followers of them too. That's why you got Jesus. That's why you got the devil. You got to choose which one. And you can almost tell people who have not been through anything don't know him. You have to have gone through something to find him in a spirit form. There's no other way. Yeah, that's your only communication. So until you get that communication with him, you're not going to change. You don't see what you're doing is wrong. You don't see what you're doing is not beneficial. It's not beneficial to even you or no one. Because what it's doing is making you display your own life. That's what you are doing. And just like you have your opinions and everything else about a person, it's always, we already know that person is going to be black. Well, I thought we were all black out here. But you talking about black, a black person. Black, we know it's going to be black. We know it's going to be ugly. We already know that. And then we know it's going to be some more adjectives behind that and a few cuss words. And then you got your audience. They going now, okay? Yeah, not too good of an actress. You're not. That's you live close to Hollywood than I do, but you never make it there. Then or now. They don't have a role for you. I don't see no role for you at all. Mm-mm. No, they pass you up. Yeah. You're not, I would say do skits, but if you be better off because that way we wouldn't know if you were lying or telling the truth. If you did a skit. Skit is a skit. All I know is, excuse me, y'all, you got to try something different. What you got going on, it ain't working. Watermelon and blueberry slushy from Checkers. Would I get it again? Maybe. I can taste the watermelon, I can taste the blueberries, but I don't know if I like those two flavors together. But that's what it is tonight. Okay. So let's move on. Let me stop for a minute because somebody may have come in and left out and all that. Because when I get on a roll, I get on a roll. I'll be delivering my message. Y'all, I can catch y'all in a little bit. I think I was right there. What's up, Bella? How you doing, Devetta, Angel, Betty? Catherine lives in peace and not pieces. Good evening, Ms.V and everyone in the chat. I pray you have a smooth move. Oh, I read all of that. Yes, thank you, love. It's going to be smooth. I done put it in the hands of the Lord. Now He going to work it out. I'm done. I did everything I could possibly do. It's the Cancer thing, bring in hearts and roses. And live, laugh, and love is in the building also tonight. Tea Time is speaking tomorrow. Happy birthday to Don't Do Me. Okay, I'm where I'm supposed to be. Finally caught the live. And of course, I ring the doorbell. I had read that too. Kimberly McNeil, good evening. How are you doing? Ms.V, congratulations on your moving. Thank you, baby. I'm good as there. Deidre, hey, Queen and Chet, loving that. Thank you. I appreciate you coming over and welcome. Miss Blue say it's my favorite color. Oh, really? I like this color too. I'm thinking about doing my place in this color because it's such a calm and peaceful color. Kind of reminds you of the sky for a minute, and then even though it's not the color, well, skies are so many different colors now. Back in my day, we always had the same color sky. That's how times have changed. I don't care what state you went in, the sky looked basically the same. But now it's a big difference from city to city. Yeah, even the sky has changed. Mm-hmm. So why shouldn't we be changing along with the times? That's all I'm saying. Um, Tea time with Chris to say she acted like she didn't know who I was. Right. When she came up on the panel, she did. She knew exactly who I was. She had been following me a long time before she even said anything. And then, who is you? Who is you? Not who are you, but who is you? Who is you? And that's during the times when she was pulling up on panels and like people would let her up there, but when she got up there, she just did the fool. I mean, it was like she went from 0 to 150 like pop. And it wasn't rehearsed. It was very natural for her. You could tell. And you knew she had some kind of problem because she was just running from channel to channel. If you said her name, here she come. That was the lie that stopped her from running up on people's channels. Was that channel that night she ran up on Shonda Thought's channel. And like I've said before, when Blessing Alexander and Miss America got through with her that night, she ducktailed out of there and went back over there on her page, crying. I've seen her cry out here a couple of times. When Chase got a hold to her, she was crying too. Miss Burnett got the best of her one time when Miss Burnett brought her out the fact that her son had been murdered and she hadn't even come out here and told nobody. So, what was wrong with her saying that for us to give you condolences, which all of us seem to have rallied around you, but you turned on every one of us. Every one of us. Chrissy prayed for you. I did my donation over there. I don't know who else did what, but nobody was talking about you at all. It was all good stuff. And feeling sorry for you. But you came back out here on us like we had done something personal to you. You had to come out here and say something. It's like you went into that little girl mode back in the day where you was the big bully of the neighborhood and I'm coming for you. And I'm going to show you I can win this fight. When everybody else's mind was nowhere near that. We have too much to do in our daily lives, Roz, to be actively involved with you. You got to want to do content on you. Your content is not anything I want to sit up and do on a daily basis. I've said it many times before. Mm-mm. Because we don't have the same type of subscribers for one thing. I have 3 or 4 ministers on my channel. You think I'm gonna come out here and disrespect any of them? I have deacons. Mm-hmm. Then I have the housewife. I got the truck driver. I got the teacher. Okay, I'm back, y'all. She was supposed to come get that table. You remember the table that from the day before yesterday? Mm-hmm. So they didn't show up today. I did not call. I did not say nothing because I told you I need to always have a plan B, don't you? That table was going to leave out of my garage and hop on over to the next garage to the lady with her son who lived there. I was going to give them the table, okay? Wasn't like I couldn't give it away. It was that I thought you needed it for your children, okay? Your children moving out. I make things make sense. So that was her calling to tell me she'll be here tomorrow. I was like, you ain't bothering me. I told y'all I did what I'm supposed to do. Deidre said, hey, Queen in chat, loving that blue. Okay, I read all that too. Let me get on down. Let me get on down. Hey, Stay in My Lane is up in the building tonight. What's up, Sandra McHenry? When the beat goes on. Hello, everyone. Hey, Prince, how you doing? Trey is up in the building with some roses tonight. Don't do me's birthday is tonight. I don't know if she ever dropped the cash app. I told her she could. But anyway, we're moving on. Hey Sting, how you doing? Happy birthday coming from Prince to Don't Do Me. Yes, indeed. Tay Ray, Ms.V, your live was lit last night. Lit. Ms.V is getting so tired. It's so I come to y'all to relax and wind down and talk to y'all at the end of the day. So I cannot be in that mode or that mind frame I've been in all day because that was fast paced. You know, my mind was constantly thinking, do this, do that, put that over there. Okay, call this person. Okay, go get this. Okay, you got to go do that at this time. I don't want to be in that mind frame when I come out here with y'all. Y'all don't need to be going through all this shit I've been going through. You might not be able to take it like I can. I'm used to it. you might say, damn, she lied to us. She ain't laid back at all. Yeah, by the time I get to y'all, I'm laid back. Yes, I am. I'm into my day. I ain't got no time for the foolery of today. No, indeed. Um, so when we were up there on Shonda Thoughts that night, that's the night that she really began to dislike me. That was the very beginning of it. Before then, yeah, I was just another person in the world. But I told her that night that she did not own that house. And that's really basically the only thing that I said to her other than I take my money and buy your money. I told her that in the very beginning. And then in the end, I told her as I was leaving, I had a cousin that had just passed. This is what I'm going through in my life. And she up there with this craziness. And it's the cousin to the aunt who gave me the eggs. And I told y'all they found her dead in the bathtub after 4 days. So I'm going through this while I'm up there with her. She doesn't understand people because she would understand even the different looks of people's eyes. You can read it, and if you know them well enough, you know if they had enough, you know if they like it by the gleam in their eyes. You should be able to read a person's face or body language or something and know right from wrong without opening your mouth, whether you want to be there, around them, not be around them. It's too many things that should alert you. And this woman bypassed every alert in her life, but she's got the blueprint now. She's a teen mother. So why aren't you out here advocating for teen mothers? Huh? You are a single parent, mother of grown children. In case you didn't get that either. Why don't you tell the world how you made it through? That would be very interesting. I would even come over to look at that if you told the truth. But it's almost like you would have to be put on a polygraph machine to come out here and tell the true story, because you never do. You never do. You just bypass it, act like it wasn't said, go into another evil, bad-spirited content. And you don't know how you reckon your subscribers over there. Listen to that every day. That is not doing them any good whatsoever. It's not putting no money in their pockets. It's taking some out. Because sooner or later they're going to have to send you something. They ain't been sending you nothing. You got a little bit of money the other night when I was over there watching you, but it wasn't but like $100, girl. And you ain't got no money in a long time. And you're not going to get any. God is not going to bless you with nothing over there. You took them people's money. And you played people out here on YouTube. No blessing is coming from that, poo-poo. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. You might see something come, but it won't be a blessing. No. Roz, it would be hard for anybody that lives a normal life to watch somebody tear down somebody else, but see their life as messed up as yours is. Now, I don't know how tall you really are and don't really care. But whatever height you are, you're short, overweight. Congratulations. I heard you say that you was going to start losing 3 pounds. You need to refigure that, okay? Refigure that. Try for a goal for the rest of this year. You could lose 50 pounds by the end of the year. Healthy, if you just ate right. And stop worrying about what Teresa's kids are eating and worry about what you are eating. And you wouldn't look like that. Mm-mm. You're not helping yourself. You're trying to cover up yourself. But we see through it. No matter how many pounds of makeup you put on, I can still see who you are up underneath there because I've seen you before. And all of your pictures without filters and makeup, I wouldn't have never taken them. No. Mm-mm. Because it doesn't matter what you say, I'm not sick or I am sick. We see you are sick. We can look at the pictures of 2 years ago and look at the pictures now and see how your health is declining. Declining. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you don't seem to care. You don't seem to that it bothers you. You so bothered into everything else. It's like you can't get it that you need to be taking care of you. You have a daughter that's 26 years old, you say. Okay? I have to say it's your daughter because I ain't seen nothing that said it was or it wasn't. Okay? And I don't care. But my point is, she's not able to stay on her own without you. She's not financially stable. Anything could happen. She could lose that page. You should have concentrated more on getting her out of school this summer. You should have let her go. And she would have been done with that. And then she could move on with her life. I don't know why things have been so prolonged with education over there in your household. But see, I didn't come from a household like that. Mm-mm. That was a priority. And you had to get it done because there was another one coming right behind you. From Southern University to Alcorn University to, what was the next one? Me, I guess, Louisiana Tech University to Northeast Louisiana University with my baby sister and my mother. Because she went back out there and got her master's. During times of integration. One of the first black women out there to get a master's program at what was NLU at the time. North Louisiana University, I think it was. But, or is, I don't know which one it is. Because I grew up with it as Northeast Louisiana University. That's what I knew it. But, okay, names changed. I don't live there. So, you just, if you don't get nothing else out of this message for tonight, just remember, times change. And you got to change with the times to keep up or you are lost. And you're going to be lost for a long time. You're going to be almost the same mentality of a person coming out of prison who's been there for a long time. They behind. Because even though they have more privileges of seeing what's going on in the world today, because a lot of them have cell phones up in there that don't supposed to have them, they can connect with the outside world better than they used to. But they still behind because they're not doing it. They missing that part of their life that you can't go back and take back. Ask Gator. He's still showing his prison mentality out here on the street. He did not come back into society well at all. Mm-mm. It's like a 14-year-old mentality that you listen to and you dealing with when you listen to Gator. He just doesn't have it. Mm-mm. The young man who came back that's over there with Gator seems to be adjusting better than Gator did. He's quiet. You don't know what's on his mind. You can only assume. He seems to be clean. Analyze the situation and look at the two of them, how they came back into society. Gator came out here off the back of trees and got a platform and talked about everybody out here. Any woman, it didn't matter. He said whatever he wanted to say. No home training whatsoever. Just couldn't be helped. Can't help a person like that. They don't get it. They don't understand. They behind. They want to be behind. Because I'd have got all my mouth fixed on the state before I ever left prison. That would have been fixed on the state. That's a smart way of thinking right there. They got to fix my teeth. Anything they did would have been better than what you got now. Some people think, some people don't. Some people think that's cute and that's decades behind. That's when you went in there, not when you came out. You see how people lose track of time and they get stuck in those positions, in those ruts? Yeah, it's easy to do. When you're in somebody else's business, you ain't got time to take care of your own. And you'll live like that. And time will have passed you by. Before you know it, you're out of here. Everybody's not going to live to get old. Mm-mm. Nope. Everybody's not going to live to get old in their right mind. You don't know what's going to happen to you before you leave here. That's why you need to stop coming out here bothering people, Ross. You need to get back on your channel. And you need to go over there and find out what is your purpose for being out here. We all have a purpose for being out here. Every little profile says what your purpose is for being out here. That's the first thing that should show on a person's channel. If I'm coming to watch your channel, what you talking about? I shouldn't have to ask the content creator because I should have read the profile, what they are talking about. And if they're not talking about what they say they're talking about, they haven't taken it down and they're saying something totally different. I'm gone. That ain't why I went over there in the beginning. I can leave anytime I want to and change my mind. And will. Yeah. Just like that. Okay, let me see who else is saying something in the building tonight. Tay Ms.V, your live was lit last night. I've read all of that. Well, thank you, Tay Ms.V, you've been saying Catherine lives in pieces. No, Catherine lives in peace, not pieces. Okay, I'm sorry. Lip. I told you they'd get me over here. They will. All I can do is bust out and start laughing. What else? Okay. Lily Whitfield says, happy birthday. Oh, we got a party going on while I was running my mouth. Oh, she put it in there. It's $. Look at Ms.V done pin that message. You go, girl. I amaze myself sometimes. Look at Kimberly McNeil. Holistic Savory Meals is in the building tonight. Hey, we got a party girl going on. I had forgot about we had a party. We have so many things going on on the ship. And in a mission time, we might break off into something else. I don't know. You missed the ship today? Oh, no, don't do me. Well, we turned around and pulled over, so I guess you found us at the next port. Don't be missing it like that because we have some fun things going on the ship. But you never know from day to day. We do our itinerary every day, depending on what we got going on in our lives over here. You know, some days we might come on talking about one thing and then we end up somebody in the chat got a problem or we need to talk to them about something. But forget that. This is what's important. The people over here who are supporting the page. Let's talk about what you're saying, okay? And it has happened before, like with Holistic had some medical problems and we just stopped and we talked about it because we all may go through it or maybe know somebody who's going through it or maybe have family that are going through it. So yeah, let's talk about it. Talk about stuff that's beneficial to us because that other stuff is not benefiting us. And that's why I came up with all these tough, hard questions. Okay, after you lied about owning a house and then you came back with that, then I want to know what happened in your childhood to not be able to get past it. I see you chronologically maybe about 14 to 16. That's the way I see you. But you are 50. I see you bullying and being bullied on the playground in little childhood situations. I heard you say your grandmama came to the school with a bat. And I see why you are the way you are. Most grandmamas wouldn't have done that. They would have come to school to straighten out the problem between you two girls or three girls. So tomorrow y'all could go back to school and be cordial and become friends. Because you probably wanted to be friends anyway. There was no reason. You gave no reason why these girls wanted to bother you. Your grandmama knew who you were. And it says she had some fight in her for her to bring a bat to a little girl at school. But you told me your grandmama raised you. I told you you shouldn't have said that because now you're making your grandmama look bad. See how you talk too much? It's important to know when to shut up and when to talk. Especially when you're talking to a platform of people all across the world. You don't realize that, obviously. You just come out here just say anything for money. That's why you're losing it. Because you can't do that. Your audience is too diverse for that. With all ages, all colors from people around the world. You don't know who's looking at you. You need to think about it before you come out here with your content. Because, like I said, I go to anybody's page I want to. I choose to. Because I don't have a problem with nobody out here. But you can't say that. You can't do that. I'm not on a team. I'm not on a squad. I come solo. So that's the way it is. And I like it like that. I don't need nobody to come and defend me. I don't need none of that. You should have thought like me when you came out here, and you never would have even known my name, who I was, and nothing. But see, you were bickering and arguing with Chrissy at the time, so you were over there snooping on her page, and I happened to be over there. Who is this lady? Where she come from? Her name is Mother. None of that was your business. Why were you watching? To make money. Because you came back the next day with a video. Because you don't know how to mind your business. Didn't know me from Adam. Still don't. Won't ever. I just got too many whys that you need to be answering, but you're not answering the whys. I'm going to pop some more. Why are you so far behind the times? What happened? You got a lapse of years that you are not accounting for. What were you doing and where were you to get so far behind in times that you think that the home that you living in is a 2023? You so far behind the times. It's nothing wrong with the home you living in, but all that bragging and boasting as if it is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Darling, no, it's not. You're behind. You have none of the amenities and features of a brand new 2023 home. None. When that home was built, it was built for those times. Neighbor, don't forget. And it's out of time unless they went in there and spent some money and remodeling upgraded them. Okay? So we didn't need to hear that. We didn't need to go down to see a used Camry. We didn't need to do that. When you try to bring content, it's boring. Although I could be happy for you getting another car. If you need a car, you need a car. But you came out here and act like you had gone up there and got a darn Maserati, Bentley, Rolls. That's what the people around me are driving. They got the money, they can drive if that's what they want. But they ain't out here bragging. They work for it. They didn't come up out the back of nobody to get it. That's what they want, and that's what they went and got. You see the difference? People are in different stages of life. Another one might want to go out there and buy a damn boat and put it on the Gulf. Dock it out there in Kima. They can do that. Don't get mad and upset because somebody can do something you can't do. That might not even be something that you were supposed to do no way. Obviously, you didn't consult with him because he would have told you. You being jealous for no reason. Everything is not for you. But what's for me is for me. That's why I can't worry about you, because it ain't for me. You don't get that. The simple things in life makes me realize that there is some learning disabilities there. You don't comprehend them. You don't get it. You take everything as a fight and make a mess of it. It's a verbal fight. It could never be physical, ever. But yet you have warned people not to come to your house or what you was going to do to them if they came to your house. And if you only knew where they live, you would fly across country knowing you can't afford the first ticket cross country unless you start really saving and begging out here. Yeah, you do beg. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You have a subtle way of doing it. You bring out what you want for them to donate to. That's how you do it. Yeah. And you show them a little cake that you said was $800. And you got this fetish for cakes as if you never had a cake when you were a little child. That's what vibe I'm sensing from that. Where the rest of us got a cake every year, it's no big deal to me. If I never see another cake, I'm good. You should feel that way too. Because by now you know it ain't good for you no way. It's just sugar. Mm-hmm. But you see how a mature woman looks at stuff and how an immature woman looks at something? It's different. I told y'all it's different. Deidre, happy birthday. We still got the birthday girl getting birthday wishes. Sandra McHenry. Hey, Sting, how you doing? Y'all, I wished I could play some music. That would be the highlight of the whole thing. But I can't. But I am going to buy me some new music. I left my sound system that I had I gave it to my nephew when I was in Las Vegas, and I left it behind for him. So I got to get out and get me some new music where I have some music in the house, and get a system where I can control it. And I don't care if we do like 30 minutes one night and I'm not monetized. That won't bother me. I love music. So we'll see once we get over there. Okay. Don't do me. Living Purpose is speaking. Hey, hey, hey. Get on down to the bottom here. See what y'all talking about. Hey, Sweet Peaches. How you doing, love? Okay, Tracy is here too. Wishing her, Don't Do Me a happy birthday. I agree with you, Ms.V. Shouldn't have brought it to YouTube. Exactly. You you should decide what you want brought out here, and nobody else should tell your story. There were many stories that should not have been brought out here. Period. But people so nosy and into so many other people's lives until they were brought out here just for clicks and views, and it's been hurtful for people. You don't know who even knew it in their neighborhood or in their family, and you came out here and blasted to the world. That could have caused a lot of problems. You don't understand the problems that could have been caused by doing this. It's just like I've told you many times, you could have caused problems between me and my husband had he not been the type of person he was, to know that there was something desperately wrong with you, and that, he really just didn't have time for that. And I see why. Now he ain't here, is he? Okay. So, you don't tend to see things from a grown person's level or point of view, and that's why I think you get into the most problems in your life, because you do things from a childish perspective behind the doors, and you find this out, you got to run out here and chin check and all that. Girl, don't nobody do that. Grown folks don't do that. Really. Hey, Pierre, how you doing? JJ Dobbs is in the building also. Tea time with Chris and Ms.V. She won't receive anything you say because she's full of hatred and evilness. That's unfortunate for her, Chrissy, because I'm not out here to hurt her. I'm not out here to do anything to her. I'm out here to let her know where she went wrong. Just like she's trying to correct somebody and can't. I'm hoping that she continues to listen and take my advice and heed to this old woman's conversation. If I've been down a road, if I saw somebody else go down the road that you're on, and it didn't turn out good for them, why would I want it to turn out bad for you? That's not our problem. Our problem is you don't listen. You don't take heed to nothing, because you live in your lifestyle of what you used to, and that's what you used to. That's why you're so comfortable and you can't change, because that's the life you've always lived, the thuggish life that you present out here, the lies, the scams, all of the stuff that you've shown us. That's the way you live. This is not acting. This is real. Let me get that back in the chat. Thank you, Chrissy. Can you all hit the like button? Thank you, Myra. Okay, there's more birthday wishes for you. Look at that. Don't Do Me done come over here and getting all the love. Show is. That's what I'm talking about. Let them know what kind of channel that you are supporting over here. Don't Do Me. I heard a saying earlier today, and I totally agree. Humble yourself before God do. Ooh, that's powerful there. That is very powerful. Humble. Wait a minute. Humble yourself before God too. That's deep. But it's right on the surface. Only you can do it. Nobody can humble you but you. It's certain things in life that you're going to find out only you can do them. That's one of them. Only you can love you, where you don't have to worry about what anybody says about anything or any part of your body. You don't care, because you happy with you. You found joy, you found peace, you found love, you found happiness all in you. You don't need nobody else. I'm there, little mama. So great. It's a great place to be, because you don't care. If you come back out here and lie in an hour after I get off here, I don't care. And nobody who knows me or around me care. We just don't. We just see that's who you are. And you just can't help yourself. If you know, to know better is to do better. You don't know any better. That's pretty obvious. Okay. Um Homestyle is in the building here tonight. It's a cancer thing. It's laughing at Prince. Prince, you been cutting up behind the scenes. She will. Blessings to everyone coming from Pierre. And Miss JJ is speaking to everybody. Let me get on down here. What y'all laughing at? Oh, listen, say, Prince, I can't with you. Oh, Lord, I miss them nuts. Oh, Jesus. Prince got our own sideshow going, y'all. We in the same building. Yeah. I got a 2-for-1 going tonight. You can get Prince on the side show and get me on the real show. What other channel got a 2-for-1? I got things going over here nobody else got going on. She came over running the dispensary. Hell, I don't know what she's doing now. I ain't been able to catch her side show. I have to catch it when I do the replay. Hey, Ms.V and chat and moderators. I hit the like button on the way in and afterwards. I appreciate that. Action has been rude, unconstitutional, sad. Yeah, it is. It is a sad day when we're going backwards dealing with her. She's taking people way back in time. I just can't go back there. I've already lived where she is in her life. She's somewhere, like I keep telling y'all, in the 80s. And she made that obvious. Everything she's done, everywhere she's been, even when she gets ready to go and travel, you can tell she's not experienced travel by the things she does and says. There's no itinerary to her trips of places she's going to take you and the things she's going to do. You really saw none of that. You saw eating on most of the things she's been doing. And now you see where that eating all went, all that sitting down. And we heard her lie and say when DJ called her hand on walking, she said she was going to start doing it every day, even though she didn't win the challenge. But who would go out there and walk for another content creator because she said she would leave YouTube if she walked? She wanted her to leave just that bad. Why? There's another why. Yeah. Why? Why would I get out there and walk a mile for DJ for her to leave? I don't have no reason to get up and go walk. So I would have told her, I'm sorry. I'm not doing no walking. You can stay or go. But a child mind took the challenge and went out there and could not perform. That was the beginning of a decline in health that day that I could see. You can't walk a mile. Nobody else stopped to look at that. Not one squatter. The night she came over from Shonda Thoughts, she was almost going into panic attacks. It was bad. There are other times that the squad has had to calm her down. But I'm afraid that's not the same squad that was over there before they with Sharita. That was that squad. Good people in the wrong place at the wrong time. Those, the first ones, who are no longer squatters. Okay? They riding on a train now. Free. No bondage. The only bondage they have on the train is you trying to get up in there. Rita, whoo, I can't with you in that damn train. But I do like the way she's taking her commentary in a whole different direction. And she's still entertaining, so she's going to do well going in the direction she's going in. Traveling and, you know, if the casino is your thing, that's your business. It didn't look like it was so bad when it paid off the other day, did it, Ross? Uh-huh. But and that's her money. It ain't yours. So if she want to go every day, every night, she grown. She can do that. Her obligations are not your obligations, and vice versa. See how you mind your business and stay in your own home. Hmm. Yeah, you can't do that. That's why it's problems out here on these streets. That's why everybody don't feel comfortable going to everybody else's page because of you. Before we all did. We got a chance to learn the content creator, who they were, get to know them, and travel to any page. We didn't travel to the same pages all day, every day, but whenever we did, we saw each other there. Hmm. Yeah. And we can get back to those days. We can. Like I said, if she's not saying anything that is worth hearing, if she's not motivating you, if she's not putting no money in your pocket, she's taking money out, why are you following her? I'm just asking whys. I couldn't do that. Following somebody just to be following them. To hear them cuss and act a fool and tell a lie. Mm-mm. It's no benefit to me. It's a waste of my time. And that's how I look at her. She's a waste of my time. Mm-mm. I'm not going to sit up and take an hour of my day when I could be doing it for something much more productive for me, to look at her, to come out here and do a reaction on her. It's not in my future plans. Mm-mm. At all. Mm. Another thing I want you to do is I want you to come out and tell your story. Just tell your story. Please. Don't miss out any roles in it. Just like you came out here and you told everybody else a story your way, added, subtracted, multiplied, divide, counted money on it, which you got in the end. We want to hear about you. It's only fair. You know about us, whether you told it or whether we told it. You know. So all that's irrelevant now. Everything is on you. You say this is your sector. You say that you own this sector. So as the president of your sector over there, okay, can you come out and tell us who you are to be running a sector? Because I know for a fact that this is the Latrice Allen sector because she was the first one in this sector. It has to be hers. It can't be anybody else if you're going to name it. Okay? So, if she's the first black female woman to come out here and do her content and pick up the subscribers she has, why doesn't it resonate in some of y'all's brains that you are following in behind somebody that does not know anything about this woman other than what she speculates in her mind, and it's always going to be bad, and it's never going to be good, and it's always going to be negative. I don't care. She going to find something wrong with the makeup tonight. Teresa's at her makeup thing. She going to find something wrong with it, and we already seen her makeup. Whatever Teresa wears and come out with it, we see Ra's shape. We see Teresa's shape. She gonna have something to say about it. Because she's not happy with her and she's upset at everybody who has something she wants. Bottom line. Everybody she's talking about has more than what she has. Looks better. Have manners. Can go anywhere around the world with anybody. She can't. Nobody's going to take her anywhere with them. Nobody is going to want her around for any long period of time. You can see through it. She cannot hold on to who she is. She wants to come out here with all this baby and impress the world with, I'm this little kind, nice Aquarian person. You're not. You are who you are when you come out here chin checking. That's who you are. That's why you can't continue to do it, because that ain't you. Profess and proclaim who you are. Stop trying to be who somebody else is. It don't work like that, little mama. No, you're not gonna go anywhere like that. Why do you think everybody out here in the world is dumb like the people that's over there with you, listening to you and urging you on? We don't see it like them. That's why it's over 300,000 of us on this side and 14 of y'all on the other side. Add all the channels together. Add all the subscribers together. You're always looking at numbers. It's a big difference in 14,000 and over 300,000 that's following the same people. It may be more than that, because I may be missing some channels. But either way it goes, it's a big difference. I want you to start looking at this from a business standpoint, because you're not going to make it even if you don't understand the business of YouTube. And it's obvious you don't. You really shouldn't even have that much say so, because you don't even have a channel in your name. Your channel is not even in your name for you to be coming out here raising that much hell on it. And I would be scared if I was your daughter. I'd be real scared. With her profession, and she got you on her channel with her name on. Oh, no. Baby, I couldn't sleep at night. I'd be scared to death. Do you hear me? Yes, indeed. Hey, Valencia, how you doing? Jumped in my car. Got the notification right on time. All righty then, Valencia. Thank you, niece. Okay. No real content at all. No, ma'am. Living purpose. You right, Ms.V. Ain't V100. Hi, wait a minute, Selma. Selma came in, but Selma got cut down. Myra, I'm sorry she cut you off at the knee, Selma. I don't know why I was doing my content. Okay, but I thank you, Myra. Suki. Hey, Miss Geraldine. She knows her. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Is that Suki or Suke? That's Suke. I'm moving on up. The writing is, and you a member too. Why? You haven't been coming in because I ain't been seeing your name. But welcome and thank you for being a member. Okay? You must have been out there in the bushes watching. As long as you out there keeping home safe, you good in the bushes. Everybody don't want to come in. You are right. There is a serious change in this world. You doggone right, Veronica. I'm glad somebody else saw it. Hey, Miss Walker, how you doing? Loving Me Tracy's in the building tonight with some roses. I appreciate you stopping by. Stick a fork in it, her, because she's done, and I mean well done. You got it, holistic. She overdone. She ready to just be scraped out into the plastic bag and put on the trash can and let her go to the garbage. It's over. Nobody is going in that direction she's going in with any kind of sense whatsoever. Now would be the time to break away, because now is the time where all of us as content creators can really make some money if we pull together. You ain't got to be friends with each other. You ain't got to be taking up for each other. You just stay on your page and do your thing and bring it all together, and you get more people coming into this sector. If somebody comes into this sector and they first time coming in and they hear me out here just cussing and fussing and raising hell, and that's the first time. I have a lot of first time people on my platform who've never been on YouTube before. That's the opportunity for them to want to go to listen to another channel out here. So I brought something into YouTube when I came in. I didn't just get all of the subscribers out here on YouTube. There is close to 1,000 that are not, have never been on YouTube, don't know nothing about y'all. So that's why it doesn't bother me when I call another content creator's name out if I support their channel, if I've looked at their channel or whatever. I may not know them. I don't know any of them. But what does it stop me from supporting their channel? They support mine. Huh? What benefit would it do for me to get into it with them when we all on the same page? Out here trying to just do what we do, have fun, and go on about our day. We ain't trying to hook up. We ain't trying to be there. We ain't trying to do none of that. If it happens, it happens. But it's a difference over there. These people will come after you for her. We don't do that over here. We don't send out messengers over here. We don't have grannies. We don't have dodos over here. We don't. We get on our own channel and address what we want to address over here. We grown women over here. We don't have to do that. Like your little baby grandbaby went in the bathroom and called her mama. We don't have to do that. We don't need a protector. He needed his mother for protection for whatever went on over there. It didn't happen over here. That's what you don't get. You slow. Do you have any other content? Is it anything that you can do other than what you can do, what you are doing? Can you sew? We know you can't cook. I'm trying to find you some content. You had it with the grandbabies. You put them in there for content. That took a backwards toll on you. That early morning call made that go sour. It was over for you for the grandparent thing. It's over. We've already seen the mother thing. You can't do that. The best mommy. Can't do the best grandmommy. We seen you with your relatives on the daddy side. You might as well not go back there either. I ain't seen nobody loving and hugging and kissing and like they even knew each other. That was just like some strangers you met. Okay. So far we've seen a lot in your life, Roz, and we've never seen a workplace, but we heard you say you go. We're never gonna see a bank account because you know that would be the show. We've seen you flip cars from the little dusty Charger to the used Camry. We've heard you lie about the house being yours, but it ends up being supposedly in a trust, and you and your children up in there moving it from name to name. We've seen you introduce your daughter to find out over and over and over, my daughter is a lawyer. My daughter is a defense lawyer. Lord have mercy. Do you think we're retarded like you? No, we're not. We got it the first time. We didn't understand why you kept saying it, but now we do. It was a fear tactic. Yeah. To get the other smaller content creators or the content creator period to be afraid to say anything or do anything about what you were doing because they would have to go out and spend money for a lawyer. But then along comes Miss C and Ms.V. Say, we ain't got to do that. And we ain't going to be a part of this. And you, my dear, didn't take heed to the older women, what they were telling you. And that's why you are where you are today. You see, Miss C chose to cuss you out and take a whole different direction. She over there playing with her baby. Love her life, having a good time, taking care of her baby. While you out here talking about her and she's good in her life. You out here talking about her husband and ain't got one, but she good with it. That's their relationship. She chooses to put out here what she wants to put out and how much she wants to put out here. Obviously, it ain't affecting her, so why in the hell are you over there trying to make commentary out of it? Get out of people's houses, Roz. You do too much. Nobody comes up in your house as much as you go from channel to channel. That's why I know your ass be lying by working because you up all night long on the darn machine. Are you getting ready to go get on it in the day? One or the other. Okay? You finally admitted that you had a kidney problem. But you slid it through. Where a whole lot of people, you worked the people up on trees. And then you slid that underneath there. Oh, baby, you street sharp. And I'm on top of your game. You got more game over there than Mattel got toys. But you're not going to get ahead of me. I see your plays. Every last one of them. But you better not try nothing dirty behind the door. You've been warned. Okay? You give a damn about your lawyer daughter. You and nobody else. I'm just telling you. So you'll know. Don't wonder. I told you. I just sit and listen to her keep tearing another woman down. I love your channel. If you always make sense. Thank you, Myra. Let's see. JJ is leaving. She said, everyone have a great night. I'm going to be getting off shortly. If she is a nuisance on YouTube, imagine being her neighbor. I was her neighbor. She said I wasn't, but my husband had a home in her neighborhood, and that's what I told her on One Band Band's page when she came over there after me on that page. How you gonna tell me what I own, what I pay taxes for, what I have and what I don't have because you say you've been there longer? You don't know everybody in the neighborhood then or now. I never said we lived in it. I said he owned a home there. We had been there. That's exactly what I said on one man's page. But you so busy trying to convince the world that we didn't. I let you say whatever you want to say. Didn't matter to me. I wasn't going to never live in that neighborhood. Not me. Mm-mm. It wasn't my kind of neighborhood. It's your kind of neighborhood, okay? So while you trying to make it look like it was a really nice neighborhood, no, it was a mediocre neighborhood from the 80s. That's what it was. Late 70s, early 80s. That's the kind of neighborhood it was. And I was living in a better neighborhood than that anyway. So, no, I wasn't going backwards. I was going forward, sweetie. That's how I roll, okay? That's why it had to go. Because you're sitting there. Yeah. But you over there in the rent house lying about this your house and trying to tell me what I ain't got. You don't make a lick of sense. And you know it. Let me get on down here. Hey, Dokie. How you doing, neighbor, neighbor, neighbor? Yes, indeed. Good evening in this service. How you doing? To tell the truth says, hello, Ms.V. I'm waiting on Shannon, and she had a live schedule, and she can, what? Can go? Okay. Yeah, I have to try to get back over there, and I really want Shannon to change her ride. Don't even address Roz. Who cares? Don't address they don't address neither one of them because Roz got that 26-year-old out here on the front line for her, and she's attacking grown women and stuff. That's what I had to do with her. I just ignored her. You know, I'm like I said, I'm not going back and forth with no 26-year-old. I can't do it. No, because she ain't lived long enough to even know what I'm talking about. So why should I even address her? No, I'm not going to be able to do it. But anyway, y'all, I have been on here an hour and 37 minutes. Happy birthday to Don't Do Me. $ K Beatrice for those who want to donate to her tonight. Let me see. Sandra's in the building. Loving Me Tracy's in the building. Speaking to Miss Warren G. I'm just trying to get on through the chat just before I leave you good people. Y'all have a great night. I still got a lot of whys. A lot of whys. Until she answer these whys, we never gonna get nowhere with her. So if I come back tomorrow morning with some more whys, it's just why. I mean, I'm just at that point. I need to know. I'm on not a as need to know basis. I'm on I got to know basis to help you. Okay? I'm reaching out to you, trying to help you. I ain't doing nothing for you financially because of what you've shown me. We can't work with finances. But from my phone to your phone, maybe I can help you turn your life around because you hell bent right now and granted right down the side of you, just like Jesus and the two thieves, okay? Yeah. Until then, y'all have a pleasant night. It's been an enjoyable moment talking to y'all. I hope y'all have enjoyed yourself on the Fantastic Voyage tonight. See you in the morning or someday tomorrow. Wait a minute, hold on. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Friday, y'all. Today is Thursday. So I don't know when I'm going to see y'all tomorrow because Tasha is coming to get the rest of the stuff out the garage. And I got a lot of running to do tomorrow. But until we meet again, y'all have a good night. Great weekend if I don't see you again tomorrow. Much love to you. Bye-bye.